Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to the match between Enyoy and Divizon. They are going to be playing a best of one here for ESEA Mountain Dew League Season 27. It is on terrain, as you can see. All players on the server, all players ready for the action. Enjoy picking up the knife round. They decide to start on CC side, and we are live with the pistol. Enjoy the newest, well, the new team of Pronax, Pith, Michaelele, seeing as they need to play with two players from their ESEA roster. They have Darty and Benny, which means that Pith or Pipe is not going to be playing tonight. Instead, we have Darty, Benny, Michaelele, GieTe, and Pronax against Divizon's Alexar, Light, Patrick, Skrunk, and Chris K. Divizon played absolutely brilliant yesterday against Stiffmeister. The big question now is, can they do the same against the Swedes? Getting the initial frag is a good start to that. Patrick took care of GieTe. Two players over on Ivy, but Patrick is not done yet, neither is Chris K. Darty does manage to find the double, but Chris K answers back. Pistol in favor of Divizon. Off to a flying start here on train. Beautiful entries towards that A-bomb site. For this round, as you can see on the minimap, Enyoy going for a heavy stack over towards B and few upgraded pistols, but again with the new meta, I touched a bit on it yesterday. The current CT meta is that you don't force up completely, or at least not that many teams force up completely for the second round, which means that they'll have more money for utility. Some of the maps you tend to force up completely in the second round. Maps like Mirage and Cache, that's super heavy on aim duels, and where you can sit in positions that give you a better opportunity. But on more equipment-based or utility-based maps like Train, Overpass, Inferno, you name it, Nuke as well for that matter, where utility is so important and it's important to shut down the choke points, we tend to see teams not going for a full frostbite in the second round, instead saving a bit of money for early utility. A Light opening up nicely over towards B this time around. Benny and Pronax, they answer back, but Patrick, so does he. See, we got a bunch of Divizon fans in the chat. It's good to see. Gives me a good opportunity to ask, who do you guys think will gonna win this one? Who are you rooting for, in other words? Let me know in the chat by using hashtag Enyoy or hashtag Divizon. Chris K shutting down Pronax. It's gonna be all on GieTe. Obviously nothing he can do. Holding on to that deagle for the upcoming round instead. Probably the better decision either way. Now it's going to be interesting to see if Enyoy actually do save their economy for the upcoming round, or they decide to go for some upgrade pistols in this one. Three of the players buying a little bit into the round. We got Darty buying a deagle, Pronax buying a P250, and Benny buying a flashbang. That's about it. So they're still saving a good amount of their economy going forward, which again is very important for the utility in the third round, in the first gun round of the half. We also have a few Enyoy fans in the chat. That's good to see as well. So it's not 100% one-sided at least. Should be a fairly easy round here for Divizon, considering that Enyoy don't really have too much in terms of equipment for this round. Already a 3-on-5 situation. Benny on the old bomb train. Darcy goes down, so does Michael Lilly. Benny, last man standing, but not for long. Skrunk with a triple, double kill for LXR. All 5 kills on the SMGs, and that's, again, very important for Divizon's economy going forward. This is what it's all about. Finally, the first gun round, the first buy round. Enyoy with plenty of utility in this one. That's a nice shot by Light on the AWP. Deals a good amount of damage on Benny, but doesn't take him down. Benny's still very much alive on the back of sight. JSR with the orb of his own. Patrick falls to his death. LXR will finally find the frag on JSR. But a 3-on-4 situation. Benny, as I mentioned, fairly low on HP, but he's still very much alive. On the back line, Darty moving out from connector. He goes down to Light. LXR taking the peek over towards upper CT. Finds the frag on Benny. Pronax peeking out himself. Back to a 2-on-2 situation here with Michael Lilly and Pronax alive for Enyoy. Divizon got Light and Skrunk sitting on the site. Not for long though, Skrunk goes down. Light with the AWP moving closer in towards that upper position. Pronax taps the bomb, but Light goes for the peak. Fast as Light, I suppose. A beautiful triple with the AWP from the German AWPer. Let me just make sure I didn't call him German if he's something else. That is correct. The only non-German player on Divizon is Chris K, who's Austrian. Chris K opening up nicely in towards A. Darty gets the trade though. Skrunk finds Benny back towards B. 4-0 already for Divizon, trying to make it 5-0 quickly. I realize Austrians speak German. I'm European. I'm Danish, as a matter of fact. We get taught German in school, at least in most Danish schools. I am well aware. Also vacated in Austria, very nice place. You're mistaken. Austria and Australia is not the same thing. I don't think they have any kangaroos in Austria except for at the zoos, potentially. Either way, let's get back to the game. 5-0 for Divizon. Off to a flying start, but this time around, Enyoy with the double AWP setup. Michael Lilly and JSR both playing the AWP. Oh, triple stack over towards Ivy. Pronax goes for the peak. Takes a bit of damage, deals a bit as well. He falls back just in time. Bit of a slow start to this round for Divizon. Taking initial approach down towards Ivy, and they're still going for this one. You got 3 players down towards Ivy right now. No sign of slowing down just yet. 1 minute left on the clock. Still plenty of time to work with here for Divizon. The molly. A good molly dealing a decent amount of damage. Patrick and Chris K taking a decent chunk of their remaining HP. Michael Lilly in sort of a strange position, but it works out perfectly to get to the peek in towards Ivy without anyone peeking him from from that sandwich position. Now up on the self-boost towards connector. Beautiful round from Michael Lily already. Benny chiming in with the final two. Two-man ace for Enyoy, and finally their first round on the ball. That's interesting. GieTe going for the peak. Upper B. Runs into a molly and decides to stay there a bit too long. GieTe going for the aggression in towards T-Con. Skrunk not moving a muscle. Standing there completely still. Basically saying, if you can't hear me, you can't see me. And technically he was right. There was a smoke right in front of him, so he didn't get spotted. Now they're falling back, and it seems like they are approaching that B site rapidly. Only one defender on B itself right now. That's going to be Benny, but two players in pub. Not something we see that often. Benny is down, but great double kill here by Pronax. Skrunk and Chris K falls. Both trying for the aggression towards pub. Bomb will get planted default this time around over towards B. Alex, not done yet, still trying for more. Slowly jumps backwards, trying to inch his way to safety. Oh, that's epic! Beautiful flash in towards the side from his teammate. Goes for the jump down and gets the peak, gets the quad for the round as well. Michael Lily falls, and yet another round on the board for Divizon. 6-1 in favor of the German squad. Very quickly, please keep the chat in English, boys. I would appreciate it. Makes it a bit easier for me to follow along with you guys, and makes it easier for the moderators to keep the chat clean as well. For this round, Enyoy on a 4-spy. Obviously don't have too much money to work with. Instead, a scout on GieTe. T-set 75 on Benny. Eagle on GieTe and Michael Lily. Pronax with a P250. 6-1 on the board. 5-round deficit for Enyoy. Should be more after this round, obviously, considering that Divizon have the far superior equipment for the time being. Light with the AWP finds Pronax. Light still looking for more. There's one player close towards lower B. That's Benny. He hasn't made a sound just yet. Still patiently waiting, but he runs right into the crosshair of Alex. GieTe rushing out, finds the frag on Skrunk, picking up the AK-47, trying for even more, but the patience is not in his favor this time around. Chris K shuts him down. Michael Lily caught right behind a molly, but I don't think it's going to spread, and he's actually safe. Oh, GieTe peeking out, finds one. Michael Lily chimes in as well. Light goes down. Chris K with a bit of an ugly spray down, but he managed to make it work. Already a really good round here for Enyoy, all things considered. Not the most heavy investment into this round. They've already gotten 3 kills out of it. But just like that, they do manage to get 4. But Alex shuts them down either way. But an incredibly expensive round here for Divizon. Definitely way more expensive than it should have been. Enyoy now playing with their back towards the wall. 6 round deficit. They are going to be on an eco for this one. Bit of a pause. I can only suspect it's from Enyoy, and I can only suspect it's a tactical. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I realize there's a bunch of really cool matches going on right now. And this, in my opinion, is one of them. We get to see players like Pronax and Michaelele. And we get to watch Divizon, who have been playing absolutely great as of recent. Matches unpaused. We should be going live again. Indeed we do. Pronax buying a CSET 75. Same goes for GieTe and Michaelele. GieTe and Benny. GieTe obviously holding on to most of his money for that AWP in the upcoming round. Does decide to pick up the PT50, however. Patrick, nice shot towards Benny, finds the frag on GieTe as well. GieTe on the prowl, on the flank. Bomb gets planted over towards the A site. Pretty much the default plant spot, I would say. Bit of a spray down here by Alex. Ooh. It's a nice shot by GieTe. Michaelele took some damage. Molly goes in to hold on to the AK at least for a little bit. They decide to go for the boost drop. Works out absolutely beautiful. GieTe, yet another kill for him. Managed to find one of the 2 AKs. GieTe should be able to hold on to it as well. Michaelele almost died, but managed to stay alive. And again, bit of an expensive round here for Divizon. They lose 2 players, and not only that, Enyoy also managed to pick up an AK-47. Not as clean cut as Divizon probably would have liked, but then again, there are 7 rounds ahead. I don't think that they're going to be upset about losing an AK at this point. Especially not with a start like that. Skrunk opening up nicely once again. Pronax goes down over on that A-bomb side. Skrunk has taken a good amount of damage. It's down to just 11 HP. GieTe answered back by taking care of Alexar in towards Pop Dog. That's beautiful by GieTe over towards Ivy. As mentioned, he was holding on to most of his money to afford that AWP, and definitely a good investment already. Might see Enyoy finally finding their 2nd round on the board. That being said, Patrick and Scrunk, they're not done yet. They're not out of the equation. Scrunk finds his second for the round. Trying to pull attention back towards the A bomb site as Patrick moving in towards B. No one covering the B site just now. That gives him a good opportunity of bringing the bomb to a plant. Only 20 seconds to go, now 15. Scrunk still making a lot of noise over towards A. But that's beautiful. Benny finds the frag on Patrick. Obviously not much Scrunk can do. I'm not entirely sure why he's even trying to move closer towards the connector. He's in a 1-on-3, he's got 11 HP. There's really no reason to throw away that AWP. He should have just held on to it. Saved it for the next round. A bomb plant is pretty good in that 3-on-2 situation. I think asking for more is just being a bit greedy. Either way, second round on the board for Enyoy. At last. I could be tempted to say. Double up setup once again for Enyoy. Michael and GieTe both playing the AWP. But flashes in towards A, catching pretty much every single player off guard and completely blinded. Beautiful stuff by Alex. He gets the double. But Michael, so does he with the AWP. Light answers back. Michael burns in connector. That's so unfortunate. Benny is now going to be left alone. 1-on-3 situation up against the Light, Patrick, and Scrunk. Moving in from Old Bomb Train. He's going to try his luck here. Could potentially find one. He spots a player up close. Gets the second as well. Scrunk goes down. Now a pretty good opportunity here for Benny. He's in a 1-on-1 situation. But with the molly over towards Pop Dog, Patrick is forced to go for the peek. And he does that absolutely beautifully. 9-2. Once more, Enyoy's economy has been reset. Actually managed to bring together a pretty good force buy here. They are lacking utility. That could be a big problem going forward. Patrick opening up nicely over towards B with a good kill on Benny. He was the sole defender close towards that B bomb site, which means that now it's going to be a 4-on-5 retake potential here for Enyoy. On the flank, Pronex getting shot down by Scrunk. Up close towards connector, it's Dartin. He finds the frag on Alex. Scrunk is incredibly low on HP, down to just 1. Michael takes care of Patrick. Chris K. Not done just yet. Darty picking up an AK-47, and he's going to fall back. See if he can hold on to that one for the upcoming round, and I think that's a pretty good decision at this point.
Terrorists win.
(10-2) Divizon. They came swinging right off the bat. The scoreline tells 10-2. Sitting in a strong lead already, trying to make that even more as they're rushing over towards B with the bomb. Alex R and Chris K, they're not afraid of anything at this point. Doesn't matter if your name is Pronex or Michael Lele. Respect is something you earn. GieTe takes care of Chris K. Back to a 4-on-4 situation. All 4 players from Enyoy moving in from the back line of that B site. Patrick rushing through the smoke, finds one. Michael Lele answers back. Michael Lele with a double. Looking for even more. Will get the triple as well. Pronex finds the kill on Light, but there's no more time to work with. The round goes in favor of Divizon by bomb explosion of Michael with a triple. He has definitely come to play. For this round, Enyoy, still not the greatest buy. They're still lacking utility. They do have the double upset of save from the previous round. 2 FAMAS, 1 UMP. Not the greatest buy as mentioned. But GieTe, he goes for the aggression, and that might be the opening that they were looking for. He's gonna pick up the AK-47 as well. It's a smoke down, so he takes his time retrieving that AK-47 and just still holding control of T-Connector for now. Divizon changing it up, making their way back towards B. GieTe finds the frag on Chris K. Light answers back as he takes care of Pronex. We're stuck on Chris K for some weird reason. GieTe now on the flank. Beautiful, beautiful retake from Enyoy. Pretty much textbook stuff. Back to the old Pronex days. Got the right calls for the team. Team easily making their way back towards the site and shutting down Divizon for this round, but they're still so far behind. They need so much more. Make this comeback a reality. Pronex getting the initial. LXR goes down. It is the final round of the first half. Economy isn't the greatest here for Divizon. And that definitely shows. Gronk taking a ton of damage from a molly and a nade. He's down to just 15. Chris K on 50. Patrick taking a good amount of damage from that molly as well. He goes down to roughly 50. That's a beautiful shot from Chris K. Now a 3-on-2. Chris K down to 20. 50 on Patrick. We're up against Pronex, GieTe, and Benny. Chris K falls. Patrick, last man standing, not for long, will join his teammates in the grave. GieTe shuts him down with the AWP, getting the final 2 frags and the final round on the board for the first half. Enyoy now on 4, now going to be playing on T side, Divizon on CT with 11. For the pistol here, Enyoy with a good aggressive explosive strat down towards Ivy. Divizon deciding to go for a B stack. I guess they've watched some demos and seen Enyoy typically going for B aggression in the pistol. That seemed a bit strange if that's not the case at least, but aim on point this round for Enyoy. Only losing one player, getting some crisp, clean headshots all across the A-bomb site. Picking up their 5th round. The first pistol of, or, well, rather, the second pistol of the map, and the pistol in the second half. Not done yet, still plenty of CS to come, and plenty of opportunities for Enjoy to make it back into this match. 11-5, they're 6 round behind, but they should have a good opportunity of getting a bit of a buffer in these next couple of rounds, sorry. Initial frag by Skrunk. Jaysar answers back. Skrunk actually dealing a ton of damage on Jaysar as well. Takes him down to just 20 HP. Look at this stack here from Divizon. Got 3 defenders over close towards B. Pronax peeking out. But obviously they know that their position is compromised. They know that they need to fall back towards A. That's exactly what they're going to do. There's 1 defender on A right now. That's going to be Patrick. Over by the sandwich area. Trying to find the right timing. Alex jumping down towards popped up. Patrick does manage to find the timing on Dart. He gets the second as well, but a quick trade coming in from Pronax. Light is going to be left alone, but he's in a 1-on-2 with remaining 2 players on 50 HP combined. Definitely an opportunity here for Light. Both players in 1-shot range with the Deagle. That being said, no more time to work with. Obviously, final 2 players from Enyoy trying to fall back, see if they can hold on to their AK-47s. And they will be able to do that. Fortunately, final player from Divizon not surviving won't be able to hold on to that Deagle for the upcoming round. Darty getting the initial frag on Alexar as Alex decides to go for the aggression over towards B. Should be a fairly easy round here for Enyoy, all things considered. Michael LA tapping around left, right, and center. And a clean round for Enyoy, exactly what they need to make it back into this game. They can now finally start to work on their economy. Do they manage to pick up this round as well? They'll be flying, and it's gonna take some adjustments from Divizon to deal with that, potentially. More or less the default positions here from Divizon. 1 dedicated B player, 1 player over close towards connector area. Goes for that quick rotation between A and B. Actually now, Skrunk moves closer towards the A-bomb site. Means that his rotation time is going to be cut down just a bit. There's only 1 defender over towards B, and it looks like Enyoy have set up a strat towards this B area. A lot of smokes, flashes, mollies raining in towards the site. Alex does manage to find one, but the big question is, will that be enough? Darty answers back. Now for a 4-on-4 retake potential. Chris K finds the frag on Jason up towards the high grounds. Divizon making their way closer towards that B bomb site. Light finds one, but Michael Lily and Pronex, they find one each. Oh no, Chris K shoots his teammate. He makes up for it by taking care of Pronex as well. And there's no kit, but there should be more than enough time. So definitely makes up for it, but that was a bit awkward. Should have known his teammate's position. In fact, they should have known their last opponent's position as well. He already killed one of their friends in that exact same position. I'm not entirely sure what they were running around looking all across the site for. Either way, for this one, economy is still not great for Divizon, but Skrunk opening up nicely, gets the double. Darty and Michael Lily goes down. Finally, Skrunk is dealt with. Pronex takes care of that. Benny up close towards the side, finds the kill on Alex. In towards Connector and Pronex. Not entirely sure what happened right there. I'm a bit confused. Either way, Jason finds the frag on Patrick. Light is going to be left alone. Scout in hand. Do we actually believe in this? It's going to be tough. That's not to say impossible for Light. Obviously not much he can do. Flashbang out. Finds the frag on Pronex. Picks up an AK-47. He's going to take that gladly. He's going to make his way back towards Ivy. See if he can hold on to the AK-47 for the upcoming round instead. Another round on the board for Enyoy. Still have a bit of their economy intact. We can't say the same for Divizon. They're completely broken, deciding to go for a force buy in this one instead of holding on to their economy. That means triple deagle, Light, Patrick, and Chris K. Skrunk already lost his life and the equipment that he invested in. Beautiful double kill there by Benny. But same can be said for Chris K. Nice double deagle headshot. Looking for even more. Takes a good amount of damage down to just 4 HP. Spray down here from Pronex. Connects with LXR. And that molly should do the trick. Indeed it will. Benny with a triple for the round. Enjoy with their 9th on the board. Bit of a pause coming in. One could expect that this pause is a tactical from Divizon, but what I've seen in the past is that Divizon are actually not that good at using their pauses. I kind of think that this might be a pause from Enyoy, from Pronex, just to figure out exactly how much money do Divizon have to do the calculation. So the way that you typically do that if you're an in-game leader, you look at the previous couple of rounds, you say, okay, only 2 people survived, 3 people survived, if you're from Divizon obviously, and Pronex will be looking at this round in particular. You'll say, okay, one person managed to survive while they won the round. The round right after that, we won it. And then they bought up. So he's thinking, do they actually have a bit of bank in that buy? Or did they force up completely? Did they use their entire bank, so to speak? Indeed they did. As we can see, they're going to be on an eco for this one. I do suspect it's an Enyoy tactical, but it could be for either one, to be completely honest with you. Match unpaused. We are ready to get back into the action, and as mentioned, Divizon holding on to their slim savings, I suppose. Good attack here from GieTe. Bots a couple of the players. Good start to this round here from Enyoy, actually, deciding not to go for early aggression, just to hold back and wait for a potential push. Which indicates that they know Divizon are on a low buy. Pretty certain that they would have gone for something a bit quicker had they expected that Divizon were gonna be on a full buy in this one. Very quickly, I do want to point out for you guys, this is going to be the only match that I'm covering here tonight. Should be back tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure. See if I can get an update on that from the ESCA guys. I'm not entirely sure if they're covering the match tomorrow, or if I'm going to be covering it. I believe I'm covering it tomorrow. Nemiga versus Gambit in an at 1800 CET. The best of one. Well, let's get back to the game at hand right now. Light is going to be left alone in a 1-on-5 situation. Obviously, should be an easy round here for Enyoy, and was a pretty easy round as well. Only losing one player. Light finding a nice little flick action with the USP. During the only kill for Divizon in that round. And finally, Divizon will have enough money to buy up completely once more. That being said, they are lacking a bit of utility. Bit of an interesting position from Skrunk, sitting in CT watching up towards Ivy. They've left Ivy completely open at this point. He's the only one who's watching Ivy right now. Chris K is paying a bit of attention to it, but if his timing is off, they can potentially peek out for free. Instead, Light will go for the peek. He finds one, looking for even more. Won't find the second. Instead, GieTe will get the trade. Skrunk down towards CT still. Oh, Chris K does manage to find one on Michaelile. Pronax going for the plant, and that's going to cost him his life. Alex, the timing is absolutely perfect. Peeks out from Pop. Finds the frag. GieTe goes for the plant. In the meantime, Skrunk from Connector finds the double for the round. Darty and GieTe both goes down, and Divizon, they're back on the scoreboard, 13-10.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Another pause coming in. This actually makes me believe that the previous pause we had was a Divizon tactical, and this one is going to be an Enyoy tactical. And that's the thing about tactical pauses. You never really know. We saw just at the major, we saw Cloud9, when they were ahead by 5 or something, they took a tactical, even though they were ahead by 5 and their economy was fine, opponent's economy weren't that great. They took a tactical just to say, okay, we can't throw it away now. Let's keep our composure and keep grinding out those rounds. It's always tough to speculate who's calling for the tactical. And I wish we had a little bit of indication here on the ESEA servers that would tell us who called for it. Still waiting for that unpause. I'll take this moment to do some self-promotion. Don't worry, it's not gonna be too bad. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please consider hitting that follow button here on ESL_GieTe if you haven't done that already. And if you feel like it, you're more than welcome to follow my main channel as well. I stream on that channel pretty much every single day. When I'm not streaming on that channel, I'm casting games over here. That's just GieTe here on Twitch. And obviously it would mean a great deal to me if you could hit me up with a follow on Twitter as well. I'm gonna post my Twitter in the chat. Please click that link and hit that follow button. It means way more than you might imagine. Still patiently waiting for the unpause. Once again, I want to point out to you guys that tomorrow, at least the info that I have right now, tomorrow I will be covering Nemiga versus Gambit here on this channel. That's going to be an interesting match to watch. Gambit, they're always fun to watch online. So make sure you tune in for that. We have a lot of matches coming up this week and the following week as well. I'll be covering a bunch of them here on ESL_GieTe. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Let me ask the admins. This pause has been going on for quite some time now. Light having a fairly high ping. That could be an issue, but I haven't paid attention to it beforehand, so it might be like that the entire evening. I actually don't know. Hopefully one of the lovely ESEA admins can help us out to figure out what the issue is. There we go. Finally unpaused. Finally back into the match. Divizon, they need 3 more to close this one out. Enyoy, they need 6 while only giving 1 away to Divizon to be able to pick this one up in regulation. GieTe with a lot of early aggression in towards the A bomb side. In the meantime, the rest of the team, the rest of Enyoy, making their way over towards B. Michael. That's an interesting plant. They need to go for aggression here. With a plant like that, they can't afford not to go for aggression. They simply have to. Patrick finds 2. Light takes care of Jason. I'm so confused. That plant might have just cost them the round. They were in good positions to plant default and sit towards heaven. Just hold it. A big mistake in my opinion. 14th round for Divizon. Enjoy. Now they need 6 in a row. They need the clean sweep to bring this one back. Time around, Pronax with the strat book. They're setting up for a B execute. We saw it a bit earlier. Now they're trying to look for the same approach. Alex. Oh, he spots one of the players. Only spotted a pixel, but it's more than enough to find the frag. Darty goes down. This time around, Enyoy decides to go for the aggression. Go for the push. Up close towards connector with Michael and Benny. Pronax in the sandwich area. Benny, a good double scrunk. Chris K goes down. Michael answers back. Light, he's not done yet either. Benny's still alive. 2 kills already. 27 HP. GieTe up close in the smoke. There's a smoke on Patrick as well. And oh no, GieTe, he finds the frag just in time before the defuse. Light returns the favor. GieTe goes down, but the round goes in favor of Enyoy. Back and forth we go. Economy is not great for Divizon. They should definitely go for it. At least 1 eco. 1 eco should be enough. Enyoy still got money for this round, but they lose 2 or more. That could be an issue going forward. That being said, Darty, beautiful entries towards A alongside with Benny. Alex deals a good amount of damage on GieTe, but GieTe takes him down. A clean round from Enyoy, exactly what they need to bring this one back and to give themselves a better chance of, you know, I mentioned 6 rounds in a row. Now they only need 4 rounds in a row to take this one in regulation. It's not that far out. It's definitely doable. Light, good positioning with the AWP. Patrick chiming in as well. Benny and Pronax losing their life. Patrick, he's not done yet. Darty goes down. GieTe finds one on Strong, but a quick trade coming in from Chris K. Michael left alone. We've seen him tap away with the AK-47. Big question is, what can he do for this round? The answer is absolutely nothing. Alex shuts him down nice and easy. 15 to 12, Divizon sitting on match point. Double op set up for Divizon. We do have an op on Michaelile as well. Michaelile going for the initial peek. Oh, that angle. I love it. Didn't quite hit the mark, but close enough to make it look interesting with the X-ray. GieTe up close and personal. Beautiful flick on towards light. Four on 5 early into the round. Enyoy with a pretty good opportunity right here. They still need to find that aggression. Bring this one back. Bring it back, they have to. They want to stay alive in the match and to potentially bring it into overtime. They need 3 rounds in a row. Gonna be a tough task, but definitely not impossible. Now the aggression in towards yet again Darty opening up. Clean kill. Well, clean is a bit much set, I believe. He's down to just 13 HP. Needs to praise himself lucky that he's still alive. Patrick up in heaven finds one on Darty. Good kill, but it was the only player who was somewhat low. Alex and Skrunk now trying to hold on to the double AWP setup. Enyoy managed to stay alive for at least one more round. 15 to 13. Alex trying for the shot. Missing his opportunity. Still managed to hold on to the AWP, however. Divizon need to make a quick decision here. Well, it should be easy to make the right decision. They don't really have any money to work with. They need to go for an eco here instead of forcing up behind the AWPs. Ecoing is definitely the right decision. They still have 2 AWPs, so they could potentially deal some damage. Oh, GieTe missing his opportunity and taking a good amount of damage. Goes down to just above 20. Alex gets a bit impatient. Decides to go for the re-peek, and that's going to cost him his life. It's small mistakes like that that doesn't seem that massive. Okay, it could have probably happened to anyone. But mistakes like that end up costing you matches. No reason to go for that aggression. Just play it safe. Especially when you're the one of the 2 players who actually had a weapon. Michaelile does manage to find one on Chris K. Skrunk takes care of Darty. Skrunk's still alive over towards T connector. GieTe has taken a good amount of damage. Skrunk is not done yet. But just as I say that, he does get traded out by GieTe. 3 players managing to stay alive for Enyoy, and now to the final round of regulation. Will Divizon take the victory? Or will Enyoy bring it into overtime? That's the big question right now. Divizon. Utility could be an issue for them. Chaser spooning around up in those B halls. Chaser, the sole defender towards B. For the start of this round at least. See you guys in the chat cosplaying the NA crowd that we saw at the Major. Trying to ghost. Doesn't quite work like that. Either way, I appreciate you guys being active in the chat, and I appreciate you guys tuning in for this match. I'm sure so does Enyoy and Divizon. Boost to peek above the smoke. JSaw takes care of Chris K. Again, back and forth, but they're still... Ooh, JSaw! Was that from inside the smoke? It doesn't matter, he gets yet another. That's a triple. Looking for even more, but instead Alex through the smoke, he finds Pronax. JSaw goes down. Darty takes a good amount of damage. 2-on-2 situation. Alex looking for the frag over towards the E-Box. They do have a kit. Don't have any utility, and just like that, overtime it is. 15-15. Wow. What a final round of regulation. Back and forth it goes indeed. Overtime. Here we come. Obviously, we're just waiting for the players to ready up, to get ready to play overtime. As soon as they're ready, I'll be ready as well. But for now, I'll take this short moment to find myself something to drink. And again, very quickly, if you guys haven't already, please consider following me here on this channel, on my main channel, twitch.tv/GieTe, and on Twitter @official_GieTe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be right back when the overtime starts. Players readied up for the action a bit faster than expected, but I managed to get something to drink either way. Now, just like the players, I am ready for the action as well. Let's see if Enyoy can bring this one back. They've already done such a beautiful job bringing it back to this point. They were behind 11-4 after the first half. That's quite remarkable. Beautiful comeback on their T side nonetheless. Once again, quick aggression in towards that A-bomb side, but they find the entry towards A without finding any frags, and that could be a big problem for them. That means that there's still so many angles to cover. Light, quick on the trigger, finds the frag on Pronax. Benny is now going to be left alone. He goes down to Alex. Double up setup prevails yet again. Divizon picking up the first round of overtime. Chris K, Scrunk. Chris K again. Shutting down the attempt of entry since towards A. Now it's going to be all on GieTe and Pronax trying to bring this one back. But they need more than just a miracle. They need 5 kills or potentially a bomb plant to make this one happen. Pronax finds Scrunk in heaven. Pronax is not done just yet. Gets the double as he finds Patrick as well. GieTe now with the AWP trying to look for an opening. But Light sitting at the backside of the old bomb train finds him nice and easy. Holding down the line. 17 to 15. 2 more and it will all be over. Divizon will take the victory, but Enyoy, they're definitely gonna do their own to make sure that doesn't happen. If I'm not completely mistaken, it is MR3 16k. Which means that buying up for this round is not an issue at all for Enyoy. As you can see, they're even going for the double up setup. But it's not working out so far. Michaelele and GieTe are the 2 main orbers. Well, GieTe are the main orber and Michaelele the secondary. This is interesting. Look at Light. Look at what he's aiming at. He shot right next to the head from Darty and he's sitting in connector. Look at this. I love it. Oh, Scrunk. Deals a bit of damage towards the guy in pop as well. Three on 5. No damage dealt whatsoever towards Divizon. Gronk still looking for the angle. Pronax peeking out with the AWP, trying to find an angle of his own. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on Alex. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Pronax and Benny find one each. It is only Pronax and Benny, sorry. They're both gonna fall pretty much synchronized. The final 2 kills goes in favor of Divizon, and so does the round. 18 to 15. Divizon now on 3 match points. Just like they were in regulation. Big question here is, will they actually be able to do something about it this time around and close this one out? Or will Enyoy bring us another overtime? That's what they're fighting for right now. We're not quite done just yet. Once again, we are just waiting for the players to ready up, and once again, I want to do a tiny bit more self-promotion. I want to get some help from you guys. I want to get some help getting a few more followers over on Twitter, so if you haven't already, please consider following me on Twitter. It would mean the world to me. Our world is tiny, but you would make it way bigger. And if you haven't heard, from the 3rd and the 4th of February, I'll be the official B-stream actually for the IEM closed qualifier for the European region. We got a lot of very interesting teams for that one. I would definitely consider following my Twitter and this channel for that. That's going to be incredibly interesting in my opinion.
Counter-terrorists win.
For the close qualifier, we already got Gambit, Fnatic, North, Mouse, Big, Hellraisers, Navi, and Envious. Those are the teams that you guys can expect to watch on this channel the 3rd and the 4th of February. Make sure you hit that follow button to tune into that. I'm looking forward to cover the matches. I hope you guys are... I hope you guys will consider tuning in. Let's put it like that. Well, let's get back to the game at hand. This time around, Enyoy bringing out the big guns. The AWP on JSAR. Michael is sitting with the Scar 20, the auto sniper, or as a lot of the Twitch community has come to call it over the past couple of years, the silver gun. I don't know why. There we go. Auto noob already in the chat. Listen, it's a perfectly respectable weapon, okay? It costs a lot of money, but it's a good weapon. This time around, Divizon playing with the time, using their time wisely. Chris K finding the frag on Benny. Bison haven't quite decided what to do just yet. Now making a bit of noise over towards B and pushing one player over towards B as well. Haven't quite decided what to do. It seems like they actually want to fall back towards the A-bomb side. Pronex still sitting over towards Ivy. Finds the frag here on Skrunk. Patrick, Alex. Back and forth it goes, 2-on-2 now, Darty and Michaelele. Michaelele, a very expensive investment, especially considering that he haven't gotten anything out of it just yet. Darty, what are you doing? You hurt the plant! A 1-for-1 as Michaelele finds the frag on light. Patrick versus Michaelele. Michaelele spots Patrick. Goes for the blind spray down. Hits the mark, but not enough to take the player down. 19-15. Divizon takes the victory over Enyoy in this best of one action here on Train. And that was all I had for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as Enyoy. I'll stop now. Good night. Thanks for watching.